So today we're going to be talking about plant-based meats created by Alex, Chad, Eli, Lexi, and Trent. So what is a plant-based meat? Plant-based meat is a consumption product that mimics animal products. This is unlike those that came before, such as tofu, tempeh, and textured vegetable proteins, which work to act as a meat alternative for vegetarians and vegans. Plant-based meat is created to replicate meat as much as possible to act as a replacement for animal-derived meats. Instead of relying on an animal to convert plants into meat, many companies are now processing plants into ingredients that directly replicate the taste, texture, and eating experience of meat. Keep in mind, plant-based meats are made with many different ingredients, and every company has a different recipe. Almost all the recipes contain a mixture of plant-based fats, vitamins, minerals, water, and a plant-based source of protein. The most common form of a plant-based meat protein comes from soybeans, chickpeas, and many other types of beans.
Plant-based meat is claimed to serve many different purposes. This meat ultimately serves as the replacement to animal agriculture. Plant-based meats are sold with the claim of being more climate-friendly compared to animal-based meats, meaning less greenhouse gases are emitted from the production of plant-based meats. This ultimately will help to fight climate change. Plant-based meats are also argued to be healthier because the meat is often lower in cholesterol, saturated fats, and calories compared to real animal-derived meats such as beef, pork, and chicken. And overall, plant-based meats are viewed to be more ethical because no animals are slaughtered or raised for the creation of the product, and many consumers believe there are few ethical issues involved in plant production. Therefore, consumers are made to believe that by purchasing and consuming plant-based meats, they are helping to fight climate change and ingesting a far healthier form of meat, and are ending the potential mistreatment of animals within livestock production.
The problem we see with plant-based meats is that they are marketed to consumers as a more climate-minded and nutritional replacement for animal-derived meat. The worry is these claims can potentially deceive customers into believing they are getting a product that does not fully meet the claims presented. It is easily seen that heads of the plant-based meat industry have a clear agenda to replace livestock production. As the CEO of Impossible Foods states, animal production is a destructive and unnecessary technology. When discussing nutrients, plant-based meat is often missing zinc, vitamin B12, and many other micronutrients commonly provided by animal-derived meat, which our bodies need to function. Additionally, while the claim that plant-based meat is more environmentally friendly compared to industrial livestock production, which is true, specifically when we look at the use of feedlots due to the excess greenhouse gases being emitted, it suggests that there are no other alternatives to the way livestock are produced in agriculture, which is disingenuous to the many small-scale farmers who incorporate alternative practices such as regenerative agriculture into their livestock production.
So our potential solution is regenerative agriculture. Regenerative agriculture is defined as a conservation and rehabilitation approach to food and farming systems. It focuses on topsoil regeneration, increasing biodiversity, improving the water cycle, enhancing ecosystem services, supporting biosecretion, and increasing resilience to earth. This ultimately strengthens the health and vitality of the soil. Regenerative agriculture is not a specific practice itself. Rather, proponents of regenerative agriculture used in a variety of sustainable agricultural techniques in combination. Regenerative farming has the potential to sequester all of the greenhouse gases produced by agriculture as a whole.
And now for the conclusion. We believe from a Kantianist point of view, companies have the right to produce any product consumers want to buy, just as consumers have the right to purchase whatever food they desire. However, consumers really need to conduct research into where their food comes from and learn to look past the flashy marketing. In the end, if society is truly worried about climate change and pollutants, we should be shortening our supply chains, buying and supporting our local farmers, and encourage and advocate for the use of regenerative practices within agriculture. If we all work together, we can hopefully minimize the impacts of climate change. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation. I hope you learned something new about plant-based meats and regenerative agriculture. And there's our works cited page.